Hello, I'm Coach Ray. I'm a triathlon and cycling coach who specialises in coaching beginner and recreational athletes to achieve their sporting as well as their health and fitness goals. In today's quick video, I'm going to take you through the Tour de France Stage 1 power profile for Thomson, who is a 32-year-old rider in Dimension Data. He's one of two South Africans in their team, and he's currently ranked 2,142nd on the UCI rankings. Now, this is his first Tour de France after he turned down an opportunity a couple of years ago so he could attend his daughter's birth. This year, he's going to miss her second birthday. His main role in the team is as a lead-out rider for Mark Cavendish, and the team website refers to him as a super domestic. Now, Stage 1 is a 221-kilometre flat stage into Fontenay-le-Comte. There are two sprint primes at 120 k's. If we flip this over, so somewhere about here, this peak power there, and also at the 188 kilometre mark, so probably that one right there. And they're separated with a category 4 Col de Vie, a 700 metre 30 metre climb, and that's at the 773 kilometre mark, so yeah, about there. Now, Team Dimension Data and Qwik Step floors pretty much controlled the race, setting the pace behind a three-rider breakaway which jumped right at the very start. Thomson, in his debut Tour de France, led the main field for the majority of the stage. As the line approached, there were a few crashes and mechanicals, and the defending champion Chris Froome from Team Sky went, and Adam Yates from Michelin Scott, all losing time together with Froome in the end. At the front of the race, Dimension Data stayed out of trouble and were ready to go with about 5 kilometres to go for the final sprint showdown. Their sprint train didn't really get together with a lot of road furniture on the route. Mark Cavendish ended up finishing in 8th place, with Thomson having done his job, rolling in for 169th place, 4 minutes and 4 behind the winner. And you can see his power dropping significantly right at the 195k mark and finishing off just cruising in the 200 watt sort of region. Now, he's got a functional threshold power of about 399 watts, just under 400. I'm basically working that out from the data that's in front of me. So if we look at that and look at his peak power, he spent 6 minutes. His up and down quite a bit. And his peak 10 minutes was just under his threshold leading up to that point as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the key thing to look at. But then if we look at the 3 hours leading up towards the end of the race when he dropped off, he still rode at a reasonably respectable 285 watts, cadence of 86 for most of the day. A lot of people probably want it a little bit higher than that, but there's also plenty of coasting. You can see periods in here where his cadence is, if it'll pick it up, there it is, 0. Same with that section, and there it drops massively. There's another 0 freewheeling in there. Other key factors to note, top speed of 68.6, not excessive by any stretch of the imagination, but there's not too many big downhills to get high speeds on. Peak watts, 1100 watts, and he probably did that. If we look at, see if we can see in the data where he did his peak. So this period peak here at the intermediary sprint or the bonus sprint towards the end, that's where he probably peaked out. If we just scroll across that period, and yeah, his 1100 was in there. So it's only for a few seconds. It's not fine enough to show that data. So that is a quick summary of Thomson's power. Stay tuned for the next video where we're looking at Nils Pollitt and his ride. So click down below to get more power profiles on riders, professional riders.